Anyway, skip on to the show. I'm going to show you guys where everything's at, how to get that door open, how to look at the core, how to cut that access hole, how to cover it up, and then how to look at the hoses and everything else. See you on the other side. All right, guys. Ford is, well, we used to joke in our shop, man. Ford, fuck you. That was their slogan. But here we are. I've got a buddy who's got this older Ford F150, which is nice to have a buddy. And so I'm just letting you guys know, this is not like an OEM fix-it thingy. We're kind of going through the heat. No heat in the cab. So, you know, you start looking things up, and there's a door that you need to look at. You know, there's the heater core, and, you know, there's burping and stuff like that. And, you know, with these O1s, you know, no air filter and things like that, you're thinking the heater core is probably nasty, the door's an issue. So I'm going to kind of go through what I have done here. And this is, like I said, this is a $800 truck. It's got 260,000 miles on it, and the owner doesn't really care if I cut corners to save a little bit of money. And this is probably why you're watching this video. So a lot of people are talking about this door down there. Okay, so I didn't hear the door opening and closing, and I didn't feel a difference in the air. So I looked at the actuator. There was a couple bolts already missing out of it. Somebody has been digging around there, so I pulled the actuator out. It has a male adapter that goes up in there. So I just grabbed my screwdriver and matched the width of the screwdriver right there, and I have stuck it up in there. And you can turn this door manually back and forth, and I'm satisfied with it being open. Now, the next question you're gonna be like, well, why do I see the glove box off and that access hole cover punched out? Well, because I was thinking that the since it's an O1, that the heater core was probably nasty. I wanted to look in there anyway, and it only takes a second to cut a little tiny access hole in here. And you know, what's it to fix? I mean, you put some tape on there. You can get really crazy with this if you want. You're just trying to stop the air from spinning out of there. There's not a whole lot of pressure on there. I think duct tape will be just fine, but you can get a little bit more crazy with this if you feel like. But let's go ahead and take a look in here, because I didn't find what I was looking for. So let's pull this back a little bit here and hold this, and we will take a look at this inside. Okay, back over there, look at that thing, man. That thing looks almost brand new. What the fuck, you know? So that leads us back out to the outside of burping this stupid thing. And I thought, since we were here, we're going to look at this, because I was like, okay, it's an O1, it's probably dirty. We can get in there and clean the gills off and get this thing spitting out and distributing right, because I still wasn't getting a lot of good flow through the top. So I don't know if there's obstructions behind this or anything, but gosh, if that doesn't look not too bad, right? For a pretty old truck. So now what? Now we got to go back out and do some burping procedures. That felt warm when I looked at it, but not super hot, you know? And, you know, I don't think it was like a 160 or whatever the opening on the T-stat is here. So now we're coming back to burping procedures are back here, and this is not my specialty, but I am probably going to create some kind of a device that raises this up, and I can bleed and purge the air out of the system. Why Ford hasn't made something like this, I don't know why. I think this is going in, and this is the come out, and I think you'd probably want it on this one, I would believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. But I'm going to put something in this system here on this highest point, which, if you look at everything, I mean, they do actually have the canister over here at the high point. But from what I'm hearing, these are notorious for having this problem. So you're going to want to set this front end of this truck up. Yeah, and I'm going to put a little T-fitting in here with a screw cap on the top of it, and open it up and purge this air out while this thing is running, I guess, and see what we can do. I don't know what else to do, and I think I'm gonna do it on this line as well. I think is the one I'm gonna do it on. So anyway, guys, I hope this helps with you guys. Like, if your door is messed up, you don't have to cut that thing open. You can just stick a screwdriver in there and open up your door. You could pot that hole in that little thing. You can just screw, you can just actually just drill a little tiny hole to look, or to even spray some gill cleaner up in there too as well. So, I mean, with those two things right there, you might be able to fix and solve a quick issue there with a dirty coil, and just be accessing to get some goop in there, or a screwdriver to clean the gills off, and you could save you a whole bunch of money and time, and then just put a little piece of duct tape over that thing and put your glove box back on. You don't even have to take the glove box off. You just have to cut a little access hole. Just drill a hole straight through the whole thing. You don't have to cut anything. One hole right through it, spray some stuff, slip some tape on the backside of that thing and stick it down there, and you're done. All right, guys, I hope that helps anybody. We will try to get this under control. I'm almost, at this point, I'm 90% sure that we have a clog in the, air in the system that needs to be purged out. So I'll see you on the next video. Peace. All right, guys, we're back probably where we should have started, but we are in the middle of a blizzard here. I'm not in the best conditions. All right, but anyway, what we've done here is I've got the inlet line here. We got a return line here. All right, let me get you a better view. And what I had done is I had the car off. Well, first of all, I made sure that the flow was coming out. I had good flow spitting up out of this thing, and everything was fine. Taking this one off, just a trickle coming out. So taking the car off, unplugging this, I put this one on that one and just gave it the old blow job. Barely got anything. I can get a little bit more flow going through this one, but really bad, and just a trickle of water that came out. So that's probably our issue. We can try to hook up a hose or something to this and back flush it, and maybe get some heat and some life back into that thing. But I don't have that right here. So we are at a standstill, but at least we know what it is and where it's at. This thing is clogged up, and that's where, if you got no flow coming out of the outlet, then obviously there's something going on. And I gave it the blow job. That's the best thing I can do. I cleared it out, and we've made sure that there was some flow going back in there. But with the trickle going through, it's not adding up. And you can feel here that this line is feeling pretty decent, and this one's not so much. So there you guys go, man. Diagnosing the F-150 all the way down, being pretty thorough, but doing it in the backyard mechanic type of style. So I hope this helps anybody, or at least points you in the right direction. All right, see you guys later. Bye.